and how it impacts your daily life. So, let's start with the basics. What is inflation? Simply put, inflation is when the prices of goods and services go up over time. This means that the money you have today won't be able to buy as much stuff in the future. For example, if a candy bar costs $1 today, and there's 5% inflation, next year that same candy bar might cost $1.05. Now, maybe that doesn't seem like much, but it adds up over time. So then, you might be wondering why prices go up. There are a few reasons for this. One big reason is demand. When lots of people want to buy the same thing, businesses can charge more for it. Another reason is supply. If there's less of something available, it becomes more valuable and prices go up. And then there's the cost of production. If it costs more to make something, businesses will usually raise their prices to make up for it. But inflation isn't all bad, though. In fact, a little bit of inflation is actually good for the economy. It encourages people to spend and invest their money instead of just holding on to it. This keeps businesses growing and helps create jobs. But too much inflation can be a problem. When prices go up too quickly, it can be hard for people to keep up. Their money doesn't stretch as far, and it can cause a lot of economic instability. Now, let's talk about how inflation is measured. The most common way to measure inflation is with something called the Consumer Price Index, or CPI. The CPI looks at the prices of a basket of goods and services that a typical household might buy, like food, clothing, and transportation. By tracking how the prices of these items change over time, economists can get a pretty good idea of how much inflation is happening. But inflation doesn't affect everyone the same way. For example, if you're on a fixed income like a pension or Social Security, rising prices can really hurt. You have the same amount of money coming in, but it's not buying as much as it used to. On the other hand, if you have investments like stocks or real estate, inflation can actually help you out. That's because the value of your investments might go up along with prices. So then, what causes inflation to get out of control? Well, there are a few things that can cause this. One is something called demand pull